Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us on what I have to admit, it was an unproductive day here at work today. We were very distracted by this deep fake family tree technology. Have you seen this? This website, MyHeritage, came up with something they call deep nostalgia. So you upload an old photograph, usually of like a long deceased family member, and it brings them to life. It animates their face. So I tried it with my great-grandfather. This is Pasquale Ciaffi. He was born in 1800s. You can see where I got my face. It's unsettling. This technology is a great way to see what your ancestors would have looked like shortly after having a stroke. And it's not just for dead people. We did one for Guillermo. Guillermo, this is what it would look like if you drank Dayquil and NyQuil at the same time, Guillermo.
Wow, that's weird.
It's weird, right?
Very weird.
Security forces are on high alert at the Capitol tonight thanks to a QAnon prophecy that says tomorrow is the day Donald Trump will return to the White House triumphantly. March 4th is the date on which they used to inaugurate presidents 100 years ago. And the theory some of these QAnots are spreading is that tomorrow will be some kind of reawakening. Emperor Palpatine hands will strike back tomorrow, just like he was supposed to on January 6th. How many more times are these people going to prepare for a victory that doesn't come? I don't know who Q is, but he's definitely a Clippers fan. Donald Trump, make no mistake, and I'll bet anything on it, will not be in the White House tomorrow. He'll be at Mar-a-Lago, berating the maid for only leaving one McNugget on his pillow. Dave Weigel, a writer from the Washington Post, came up with something funny. He caught up with a guy who has a different date for Trump in mind. He wrote, met Ken, who informed me that Trump is still in command of the military and Trump will be inaugurated again on March 20th. Biden is acting as president as a ruse while the Pope and others are rounded up. So Biden is in on this too? I would like to be with Ken on March 21st, the day after his prophecy doesn't come true. You can always trust a man who wears the flag as clothing. Meanwhile, there was another return to form, as many of the Republicans who initially denounced the president for his despicable acts on and leading up to January 6th now try to get back in his good graces. Nikki Haley, Kevin McCarthy, Lindsey Graham, and the one who was actually in danger, Mike Pence, has officially surrendered his testicles now. The former vice poodle wrote an op-ed in which he said, among other things, that the election was marked by significant voting irregularities. He cited multiple claims of voter fraud. He had no proof, of course, but he cited multiple claims. Pence has been exiled to Siberia after refusing to interfere with the election results after he didn't do what Trump told him to do. So now he wants back in. But who is he writing this for? I mean, what good does it? He knows Trump can't read. I mean, he found that out when they tried playing bananagrams on Air Force One. Reading is not a thing he does. The supposed goal of the op-ed he wrote was to denounce H.R. 1, the voting reform bill that passed in the House today. He called it an unconstitutional power grab by Democrats. Gee, I wonder where they got that idea. Mike Pence is like if C-3PO worked at a Men's Warehouse store. Meanwhile, Republicans are doing all they can to make it harder for minorities to vote. Did you know one of the reasons that Democrats did so well in Georgia was because of a push called Souls to the Polls? This was a thing that encouraged black voters to vote after church on Sunday, and it massively increased a turnout for voters. So what did Republicans pass in the Georgia House? A bill that limits voting on Sundays. You can't make this up. I mean, it's the Lord's Day. We can't have people exercising their constitutional right to vote on that day, but we will keep the golf courses open, right? Yes. Okay, good. Over at Amazon, the company, not the jungle, not only is Jeff Bezos out, so is their new logo for their app. You know, they have a new logo for their app. You may have noticed it on your phone, but they had to change it because, well, you'll see.
Amazon has changed its new app logo after critics claimed it resembled Hitler's facial features.
Yeah, well, yeah, there he is. And we're out of vanilla extract. Let me just click on Hitler here for a second and imagine how crazy the person who drew that went when he heard this. That's not Hitler. Hitler didn't have a half smile. Hitler really made an impression on us. I tell you what, he really did. Here's another one. In England, they are, I guess in the name of I don't know, something. They're rebranding human milk.
UK health officials are instructing nurses to say chest milk instead of breast milk. The guidelines state it's part of an effort to be more inclusive.
That should keep Fox News going for another week. You know what I like right now? A tall glass of chest milk, you know? I get it from my chestnuts. I roast them on an open fire. It's really a delicious thing. The CDC is handing out guidelines for those who've been vaccinated to transition back to normal life. They say it's only a matter of time before we're all dreading having to go to our friends' homes for dinner again. If you're under the age of 65 and not an essential worker, it seems like the best way to get the vaccine right now is to move to North Carolina.
In just 3 weeks, people who have certain high-risk medical conditions are eligible to get the vaccine. Current and former smokers are included in that group. Anyone who has smoked at least 100 cigarettes in the past.
That's like, what, everyone? That's 5 packs of cigarettes, 100. My Aunt Chippy smokes that in a day. What kind of a message is this? If you want the vaccine, you got to smoke 100 cigarettes. And that's that. I don't know. People are going to great lengths to get the vaccine right now. There are even reports of young people dressing like senior citizens to jump the line. In fact, yesterday here in LA, 2 people were caught trying to do that. So we reached out to the alleged perpetrators, who, for the record, maintain their innocence. And they're joining us now from their room at the Sunny D Senior Center. Let's say hello to Harvey and Miriam Greenberg. Hello. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Greenberg. How are you?
What?
I said, how are you? I said, how are you?
How am I?
Yes, how are you?
Terrible! The punks at Dodger Stadium wouldn't give us the vaccine. And my sciatica's acting up. Oy vey!
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but you do look very young. How old are you?
200. And 50.
250? What? That is old. What year were you born?
We don't know.
You don't know what year you were born?
No, we don't. We're so old, we forgot. Right. So drop it, you little
I'm just trying to make sure that
You're just trying to bust our nuts.
I'm not trying to bust your... No, I'm not.
Why are you busting our nuts?
I'm not.
In my day, we had respect for our elders. In my day, if we wanted an apple, we had to climb a tree.
All right, I think we have it. Thank you, Harvey and Miriam. I appreciate your time.
What?
Never mind. Old people, you know, it's... The hearing goes, Guillermo. It's one of the first things to go.
Yeah, for sure.
We're coming up on a year of this now, and a lot has changed since March of last year. And so as we approach 12 months of lockdown, we thought it wise to look back at what was going on 1 year ago this week in COVID history.
This week in COVID history. It's the first week of March. Double Jacksons. That's 2020. To you, the world has a mysterious fever.
Excuse me.
Olympic fever. Just a few months until the summer's games are underway. But wait, those yum yucca scientists are at it again. Reported COVID-19 has a death rate of 3.4%. President Donald J. Trump says differently.
Well, I think the 3.4% is really a false number. Personally, I would say the number is way under 1%. This is just my hunch.
Oh, what a funky hunch! And how does the financial sector think we should brine this pickle?
Maybe we'd be just better off if we gave it to everybody, and then in a month it would be over, because the mortality rate of this probably isn't going to be any different if we did it that way.
Strong plan, Rick Santelli. You're definitely not a moron. Meanwhile, Trump works hard on a vaccine.
You take a solid flu vaccine, you don't think that would have an impact or much of an impact on corona? No.
Oh, well, let's look at the bright side.
A lot of people are staying in our country and they're shopping and using our hotels in this country. So from that standpoint, I think probably there's a positive impact.
Hooray for Trump hotels, says dancing Democrat Tom Steyer, a political figure America is sure to never forget. This has been This Week in COVID History.
All right, oh yeah, it's fun to look back. The other public health crisis that we're in the middle of is what doctors are calling a baby bust. Birth rates are down, and researchers are warning that by the end of the century, we could have more TV shows than people. Why this is a problem, I am not sure. Is there anyone out there going, hey, I wish the zoo was more crowded? But 10 years ago, wasn't everyone screaming about overpopulation? That was the big thing in the 70s. Now they're saying we aren't having enough kids. How many kids do you have, Guillermo?
1.
See?
Yes.
You need to have more kids.
That's what I keep telling my wife all the time.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
And what does she say? Did you tell her that the future of the world depends on it?
I do, but she say, no
Is it
way.
possible that she just doesn't want to make love to you?
No, we make love. But
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we make love. Love is not the problem, Jimmy. Yeah.
That is not.
No, but she just don't want no more kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
How often, do you mind me asking?
2 times a week.
2 times a week?
Yeah.
Is it scheduled?
No,
It just comes out of nowhere?
it just come out of me. I said, I want it now. Hey.
All right. That took a graphic turn.
Go put the kid to sleep.
Hold on, let me look at you for a second, because I'm just going to try to imagine it. I can't see it, no.
No?
No.
Nothing?
Yeah, no. It's like imagining a Teletubby having sex, you know?
Oh, my God. Listen, I have a lot of love to give, you know?
I know. I've always said. How much love do you have to give?
A lot, from here all the way to the...
What does it make you feel like?
Oh, great, fantastic.
No, you know our joke, what we always do. How much love do you have to give?
Oh, yeah,
Right.
I feel like I'm gonna explode. Yeah, too much love. I have too much
Okay,
love to
all
give.
right.
All right, all right, keep
All right, I
going.
made a mistake going to you, and I apologize.
Yeah, that's okay. I
I don't know why we went there, but...
just keep going with the
Okay,
mom.
all right, all right. Anyway, we're not having babies. He feels like he's about to explode.
Yeah.
This has been exacerbated by, the higher cost of living, women focusing on careers instead of motherhood, the invention of the iPhone, the death of Barry White. All of these things have played a role. So now they're looking for new ways to market the idea of parenthood to a skeptical generation.
You loved Baby Yoda, Baby Groot, and Baby Peanut. Now there's an even cuter baby in town. Baby Person. Your Instagram followers will go OMG. Open your birthing canal and let the likes pour in. Baby Person isn't just cute. It's multifunctional, bringing you a broad set of functions like alarm clock, food processor, and Roomba. But don't take our word for it. Just ask this satisfied customer.
This is real life. This is mom life.
Get your Baby Person today.
Are you okay? Yeah, okay.
Baby Person from your friends at Uterus.
Paid for by the United States Department of Health and Human Services.
All right. Well, it's fun to have a kid. You dress them up like a lobster, there's nothing they can do. If you like that video, click subscribe, and we'll be together until one of us dies.